Welcome to the channel, folks. It's Dub Body Projects here with an unboxing of a 1/12 scale from Banggood, the XLF 03A. Let's get to it. Here we have the manual. You'll notice that it says Brave. The box behind it says the Knight. The reason I'm bringing this up is that there's different variations to this RC truck. Depending on which version you buy, some of the parts are not interchangeable to include some of the mechanical parts and body parts. So I just want you to be aware of that and just make sure you do your research. Some of the tools that you receive in your tool bag is a small Phillips screwdriver, a T-wrench to remove your tires, and a set of body clips just in case you lose them. What I thought was unique is that they give you a light housing bar to install on top of your truck. However, they do not give you any LED lights, so that has to be an additional purchase. The power adapter that I received with my purchase was a European plug. Maybe that's my fault. I live in America. Possibly I just missed that drop-down menu. The single battery that's included with the RC truck is a 7.4 1500 milliamp T-style connector battery. It's a good size. It's not too thick, and it fits the battery tray pretty well. Moving on to the included transmitter to this RC truck. First impressions, it looks cheap. It kind of feels cheap. But it does have the power on and off switch on the right hand side, and it does have the left and right trim, so the trim knob's on the right hand side too, and it does work pretty well. The steering knob does have a foam outer insert, so that's actually nice. Kudos for that. However, the forward and reverse trigger actuation is not the best, but you get what you paid for. Let's go ahead and pick up this truck and take a closer look at this thing. One of the first things that you'll notice in the front is the fog light housings. They do accept LED lights, but they're an extra purchase to the vehicle. The shocks are friction shocks, but they do accept oil. From my experience, they do leak. What's nice though, that the front wheel hubs are metal. However, the rear wheel hubs are plastic, so just one thing to be aware of. The friction shocks, they may do well on flat surfaces. We'll see how it does in terrain when I do the testing. Moving on to the side here. Looking at the side profile, I do like the body style, like the arches. It reminds me of a Toyota. I do like the rack that's going off in the rear end. And you'll notice that the wheel hubs, like I mentioned earlier, are plastic instead of metal like the front side. Here's another shot of the body. As you can tell, to me at least, it looks like a Toyota. Like there were some Toyota stickers on there. And you got yourself like a RC Toyota truck. Let's go ahead and take the body out. First impressions, the first thing I noticed is that this thing is laid out pretty well, very minimalist. I like that there's potential for upgrades. It does come with metal gears. The brushless motor, at least on the box, says is a 2838, but I did a little more research and found out this motor is actually a 4847 size motor. The ECU that's included is a 30 amp ECU, and the steering servo has metal gears. I'm going to show you the body tray there. From what I hear, it's very similar to other brand style battery trays. It works really well. The battery that's included fits perfectly in this battery tray compartment, so I don't see any issues going over rough terrain. Let's take a closer look at these shocks. They do look good on the vehicle itself. It's made of a hybrid material of plastic and metal. It does not come with oil, so you have to add oil to it. But from my experience, they leak, so that's something to be aware of. I do like the tires that come with this vehicle. I do like the tread pattern. I like the wording on the sidewalls. I like the gunmetal rims that come with it. It's nice that they pre-glued it, and it does come with foam inserts. I'm not quite sure. I think just the combination of the tread pattern and the gunmetal, I really like the combination going on here. I want to get some close-up shots of this rear rack that's pre-installed onto the body itself. There are mounting points for the light bar system, and the body itself actually has a hole in it so you can route the wiring system down to your electronics. So overall, first impressions, pros, body style. I'm really digging the body. It's what drew me to purchase the vehicle in the first place. I also like that for around $100, I'm getting a brushless system. I'm liking the tire and rim combination that comes with this vehicle. I'm also liking the layout of the electronics and how it actually locks in place the battery. I also like that it includes metal gears. I also like that the servo's metal, which is kind of nice. I don't have too many cons of this vehicle at the moment. A couple of things is the transmitter. Not really digging the bland style of the transmitter. I'm also not too optimistic about how well the shocks will do in rough terrain. Other than that, I'm pretty excited to do more testing in this vehicle and kind of report to you guys my overall thoughts. So once again, this is Dub Audio Projects, and I'll see you in the next one.